Welcome to the CUNY IT Help Service Portal video demonstration for end users. In this demonstration, you will learn about how end users like faculty, staff, and, for some campuses, students can enter incidents and requests as well as check status online. We will cover how to find your topic in the catalog, enter a ticket, add information later, and see the status of your ticket. When we reach the service portal, the first thing we see is the CUNY IT Help homepage. In the upper left-hand corner, we have the CUNY IT Help logo. Clicking on this at any time will always return us to this homepage. In the middle of the splash screen, we have a How Can We Help search feature. Entering a term or phrase will generate a list of results. Each of these results will be a knowledge article. Click on the Login button in the top right corner and use your CUNY login credentials to see more options, including the ability to enter tickets. In this demonstration, I will be impersonating Anastasia Fatih. In the upper right-hand corner, we have several options. Typical end users will see Knowledge, Catalog, and Requests. Individuals who have the capability of accessing records to resolve them or to fulfill them will also see an option called Fulfiller View. This won't be covered in this video demo. Finally, if you click on your name, two options will appear: the ability to view your profile or to log out of the system. Let's take a look at some of the options available. When we click on Knowledge, the Knowledge page opens. At the top, we have a search field. Clicking in the search field and typing a word or phrase will generate a list of results. When I type in CUNY first and hit enter, a list of matches will appear. At the top, we have our initial search and we have a filters button. Below that, we have a list of all the results. Scrolling down the page, you will see every result, and as you can tell, there are a lot to choose from. We can use the filters option to narrow our search results. The Refine Results panel displays a list of knowledge bases that we have access to. Clicking on any of these knowledge bases will narrow the list of results. When we do pick a knowledge base, a list of corresponding categories will appear based on that selection. To narrow our results list, we'll go ahead and click on CUNY Technology Training. As you can see, the results have narrowed down to 4 matches. Because of the selection under the knowledge base, we now only have 2 categories to choose from. Clicking on one of these will further narrow our list of results. You will see the applied filters that have been selected at the top. You can click the X to remove either of these, or if you wanted to remove all filters, you can click Clear All. Clicking on one of these articles by the title will open up the knowledge article. And at the very top, you'll see the title of the knowledge article and the knowledge base record locator. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see that there is an option to rate the article. You can rate it between 1 and 5 stars. Clicking on a rating will provide you with an acknowledgement thanking you for the feedback. In the upper right-hand corner, we see a list of other articles based on the category that was selected. Below that, we have the top-rated knowledge articles and the blue bar that's referred to as a breadcrumb trail. This tells us where we are and how we got here. Clicking on the logo in the upper left-hand corner will take us back to our home page. Before we create an incident and a request, let's take a look at some of the other options available. Browse IT Services, when selected, will display a list of only knowledge articles that are for the CIS Service Index. Find Answers, when selected, will show you a list of all of the knowledge bases in the system that you have access to. If there's a Show All button at the bottom, clicking on it will expand to display all of the knowledge bases in the system that you have access to. Selecting Show All from any one of these will expand to display only the knowledge articles for that knowledge base. Selecting Reach Tech Resources and Help Desks will open up the knowledge base for general and help desks. Again, using the filters will allow you to further narrow your list of results. Let's continue by clicking on Catalog. When you select Catalog, all the CUNY and campus catalogs you have access to will appear. Anastasia, who we're impersonating, has all of the enterprise and college catalogs visible. Users are granted access to catalogs based on their role as faculty, staff, or students. Let's take a look at some of the catalogs you may have access to. All faculty and staff have access to the CUNY Enterprise Catalog and CUNY Enterprise Access Requests Catalog, where you can find items for CUNY First, Blackboard, Zoom, Adobe, Office 365, and other services provided university-wide. For example, under the CUNY Enterprise Catalog, we find campus solutions and student financials that may be used by specialists in that area. We can also see under App Services a list of commonly used applications like Zoom and Office 365. The CUNY Enterprise Access Requests catalog has forms for requesting roles in CUNY First and Blackboard, as well as other central services. Faculty, staff, and students at local adoption colleges may now see catalogs for their college to submit items for on-campus technology needs like local desktops, Wi-Fi access, email, or printing. Users at Lehman College, the Graduate Center, Queensborough Community College, LaGuardia Community College, Bronx Community College, Hunter College, the School of Public Health, and School of Labor and Urban Studies have on-campus catalogs in the CUNY IT Help portal. Through these catalogs, students, faculty, and staff of those institutions can access service requests and incidents. Items filled out in the CUNY Enterprise Catalog will go to central office resources who support those systems. The local college catalogs will route issues to the supporting college teams. For this example, we're going to click on the Lehman College catalog. On selection, you will see Lehman's list of requests and incidents. Let's click on the Lehman College Incident item to report an incident of receiving a spam email. This form will contain a number of fields that need to be populated. If an asterisk appears to the left of the field label, that means it is required, and if it's red, it means that it has not yet been populated. If it turns dark gray, that means that it has been completed. The list of fields that appear under required information represent the fields that have not been completed yet. When a field has been populated, it is eliminated from the required information panel. And when all required fields are populated, the required information panel will disappear. At that point, the Submit button can be used to finish. We'll begin by populating the form. First, select if this request is for yourself or someone else. The field will let you search for any user in the CUNY Enterprise directory, or in most cases, add Other User. Let's select that this incident is for Anastasia and not someone else. The additional email for notification lets you add any additional email you want, including private ones, to receive notifications on this submission. Continuing on, we may have an option to select a catalog item to determine what the general area of the incident is. Next, we will enter a category. Some forms have a subcategory, and others require information to ensure we gather enough details to act on the user's requests. Let's say Anastasia received a spam email. we'll go ahead and type in a brief description here. We can add a few more detailed descriptions below. And if we have a screenshot of the error, or in this case the email, we should attach it by clicking on Add Attachments. Select the file and click Open to attach the file. It now appears below. You have the ability to edit the name of the file if needed, or to delete the attachment if it was added in error. As you can see, the required information panel is no longer there, and we can click Submit. After submitting the incident, we're taken to the ticket form page. The short description that we provided also appears at the top. The status of our request is displayed on the right-hand side where we see the record locator, the state of the incident, the priority level assigned to this incident, and when it was created. The information that we provided also appears below. Scrolling down to the bottom, we see the attachments that were added, but it also appears on the right-hand side. If we wish to communicate with the group that's assigned to this incident, we can click in the Type Your Message here and type in our message. When finished, click Send, and it appears on the right-hand side. Now, if we click on Requests in the upper right-hand corner, we see the incident that was just created, as well as any other records we've created. These records include incidents or requests. We have the ability to view open requests or closed requests. Next, we will select Catalog once again and generate a CUNY Enterprise Catalog item for CUNY Login. On the left-hand side under Categories, we would select CUNY Enterprise Catalog, then App Services, and open and click on CUNY Login. The options for CUNY Login appear here. To submit an issue, we would click on CUNY Login Issues. The form opens. By default, your name will appear under Welcome. As we've seen with the LaGuardia Community College email form, we would need to complete all required fields before submitting the request. The first question, is this request for yourself, would need to be answered. We'll say no. Let's search the directory for another user we're submitting on behalf of, Shozer Dawn. Type the user's name in the field to search the directory and see the results including name, EMPL ID, and primary email. To complete the form, we'll enter the user's CUNY login ID and a description of the problem. When finished, we will click Submit and we're taken to the Submitted Request page. Our record locator appears at the top, CUNY Login Issue. If we need to communicate with the support group associated with this request, we can click in the Type Your Message here, enter our information, and then click Send. It becomes part of the record itself. Again, clicking on Requests will show us a list of all of our active requests, whether it's an incident or a request. Clicking back on the CUNY IT Help logo will take us back to the home page. Let's take a look at the rest of the information found on the home page. Scrolling down to the bottom, we see Enterprise Service Desk announcements. If there are any announcements pertinent to the user or the college that they're related to, they will appear here. Most Viewed will show a list of the most viewed knowledge articles, and users can read the latest topics under the CUNY IT Help What's New panel. Finally, the CUNY Newswire will display a list of articles that the user can select and open to view. A brief snapshot of each article appears below the selectable item. This concludes the video demonstration of the CUNY IT Help service portal from an end user's perspective.